How's it going, guys? My name is Brian Stringer, and I want to give you guys some tips on trading Hola Prime. Now, before I do, I want to give a shout out to Hola Prime. I had no idea they were going to send me this, so I figured, you know what? I should give people some tips because I had a lot of people asking a lot of questions on, what's the best strategy, how to trade, but no one thinks about the actual fundamentals as far as how to compose yourself, how to look at stuff that has nothing to do with trading itself, but coming in with a certain mindset, right? But before I do, guys, Holy Prime actually sent me some really cool things I want to share. I actually have it right here. So one of the things they sent me is these actual headphones or AirPods with the Holy Prime on it. They actually sent me also a hat, and I had no idea they were going to send me this. I guess I did such a good job with training and stuff. Maybe they've seen some of my content as far as telling people about this company because this is an amazing company, guys. They do 1 hour payouts, but they have a lot of cool things, guys. They gave me this hoodie, really dope. They gave me this shirt, as you can see, and then they gave me another hoodie. So did they give me two hoodies? Oh yeah, they gave me two hoodies. So cool. And I'm guessing they're two different sizes. So I'll probably give this one of my currency trades also. And they gave me like these stickers and stuff. So it's really dope. Shout out to Holy Prime on this. But just getting back to the actual content, many people who trade prop firms, they come in with a completely wrong mindset. And so I want to give you some tips on how to trade the Forex one for now, but just let you know they do offer futures and they also offer crypto. So if you're into crypto or futures, they also offer that. But just to keep this video very simple, I'm going to focus on the actual Forex. So let's go and look at some of their packages really quickly. Let me find it. Let's go to Forex. The Forex packages. So as you can see, guys, they have, for example, the Pro Challenge, the Prime Challenge, and they have the Direct, where you don't have to actually take an evaluation. So this is going to be, just to keep it simple, let's talk about the Prime Challenge. That's one of my favorite ones, and the Pro Challenge. They're very affordable, but let's talk about the rules for these challenges. So you can pick which one, you can do DS Trader or Max Trader. If you're international, you can do MT455. But depending on your challenge, guys, is the rules, right? So let's say that we're going to do the one-step Prime Challenge. I want to keep 95% of my profits, and it cost me $649, right? So let's look at that price, $649. So for $100,000, you're gonna get for $650, you're gonna get $100,000. You're also, once you pass this, you're gonna get a overall loss of 6%, which is $6,000. Now, if you do the Pro, I think it's a little bit different with the two-step, where you're going to get an overall loss of 8%. So let's do the 2%, because I know a lot of people want, more drawdown, right? So we'll say this $8,000 in drawdown for a $600 challenge. So I always tell the first thing you want to do, one of my first tips is don't treat it like you invested $100,000 once you pass this challenge. Once you pass, what you want to do is you want to treat it like you invested $600. So think about it like this: if first of all, you're gonna get your money back once you pass, and you make profit. But let's say that you make $600 on the account. Let's say $1,200. That's a 200% return on your money. A lot of people come in here trying to make $20,000 the first payout. Think of this as you getting your return on your money. So your first payout should be just trying to get 100 to 200% of your money. Under normal circumstances, what you can't, doing 20% of your money, you put $600 in, and you're trying to do 20% of your money, that's going to be extremely risky and extremely dangerous. But since you only pay $600, you have a $100,000 account, and you have $8,000 of leverage, you making $1,200 on an $8,000 drawdown is very, very simple, right? So I always tell people, that's the first thing you should do, is just double your money on what you spend. Now you got 2% of your money. That's one of the benefits of having a prop firm, is you don't have to actually, you don't have to go crazy and, for you to turn $600 into $1,200 or $1,800. You can just get a challenge, pass it, and then do that. Second thing, what most people don't do, once you pass, don't treat it like it's $100,000. A lot of people come in here, they treat it like a $100,000 account, so their lot sizes are based off $100,000. I always tell people, treat it like the drawdown. So if your drawdown is $8,000, treat it like you have an $8,000 account, which is really, really, really good still. if your drawdown, for example, is, 6%, treat it like you have a $6,000 account. So your lot size should be based off of the 6,000, not the 100,000. So a lot of people, that's what they mess up at. They spend too much time looking at strategy. Hey, Brandon, what strategy? I go over a lot of different strategies. There's a lot of different strategies you can use. You might have your own strategy. It's not 100% about your strategy, guys. It's about understanding and looking at the account. Understanding, look, you don't have to make 30% of your money. This is a prop firm. Go for 1,200, 1,500, 3,000. And you can go for those bigger amounts, but first get your badge back, right? Get your, if you pay $600 for the account, make $1,200. Now you get 200% of your money. Because yes, technically you only did 1% on the account, but you didn't invest $100,000. What you did was you invested $600. So if you made $1,200, you made 200% of your money. The second thing, stop treating it like a $100,000 balance. Treat it like your actual drawdown. And so a lot of people, like I say, even one of your trading strategies, if you're treating it like a $100,000 account or $200,000 account or $300,000 account, you're naturally over leveraging your account because you're treating it like the balance and not your drawdown. So that's one of my other tips. As far as just passing the challenge, right? Even getting to the part where you're actually funded, take your time, right? A lot of people, what they do is they'll try to rush it and they'll fill the billion different times. Take your time and, take good high risk trades. Go for a 1 to 2, 1 to 3 risk. So a lot of people they'll do is when they're trading, they'll be scalping, which is fine. That's your strategy. But me personally, guys, I would rather, for example, risk, let's say I did a trade like this and I risked, let's say this much, then I would like to go for at least a 1 to 2 minimum or a 1 to 3. So that's me personally. You have your own strategy, but I wouldn't personally go and risk this much for this much and because if one, it creates bad habits and you want to bring the same habits that you're doing on your challenge into your funded account. And number two, you have a higher chance of failing the account. So, and this goes to my next part, your risk management. So for example, how much you're risking per trade. A lot of people, they do is they're trying to risk, they just pick whatever lot size. So for example, $100,000 account, they choose a 2 lots. So 2.00, right? But it shouldn't be based off of your account size. For one, remember we talked about so it's going to be 2 factors you're going to bring in. One, you just don't pick a random lot size because you're a big account, for one. Number two, you pick it based off your drawdown. That's the first part. The second part is you're going to do it based off of your stop loss. So if my stop loss is here right now, and I see my take profit is here, then my lot size is going to be based off of, let's say I have an $8,000 drawdown. I'll say, cool, I'm risking, for example, 0.5% usually per trade. So that's how I'm risking 0.5%. So I need to pick a lot size that's going to make sure I lose 0.5%. So the easy way to calculate is you can actually download a calculator called FX Calculator, and you can just put in your balance. Remember, don't put in 100,000. Put in 8,000, 6,000, or whatever your drawdown is. Put in that you want to put in 0.5%, and tell it the pair. It's going to give you exactly what your lot size should be, and that's going to help you risk that 0.5%. So those are pretty much my personal tips, guys, as far as what I do to not only pass a challenge, but to maintain a challenge. Because there's no reason you should be failing a challenge off of 2 or 3 trades. So I think that's the main things that I think a lot of people mess up on is, for one, they traded based off this huge balance, 100,000 versus the drawdown. They're worried more about the strategy versus the mindset when coming in here and looking at, you can't treat a prop firm like you treat your regular account. When you put 5,000 in your regular account, you have $5,000. When you pay $600 for a $100,000 account, you have an $8,000 drawdown. So if you treat it like the drawdown versus the balance, you have a lot more success, and you'll keep your account way longer. So you don't pick your lot sizes also based off of that actual drawdown. So hopefully this video is helpful, guys. If you decide to roll with Hola Prime, I highly suggest that you use my link below. Again, guys, I love Hola Prime mainly because they do offer those 1-hour payouts. They offer Forex, futures, and crypto, as far as what you can select. Now they offer they process my payments within within 15, 25 minutes. It didn't take long at all. Sometimes it might have took maybe 30 minutes, but it didn't take long to process my payment. and I got my payment within 1 hour. This is one of my favorite prop firms, guys. So I highly suggest if you're looking for a prop firm that actually pays out, that pays out fast, has affordable challenges, has a diversity of different ones, like I said, futures, Forex, crypto, because I got a lot of friends who do not like Forex at all. They say crypto's easier for them. So I like this is the only prop firm I've seen where they actually have crypto as an option to actually trade. And it's not like Bitcoin. It's like all of the cryptos you can trade. So I think that's really dope, guys. Again, use my link below if you are going to take advantage of it. Again, and shout out to Hola Prime for even sending me these AirPods and all that other cool stuff. I just lost my AirPods. I had no idea they were going to send me these AirPods. So I really am, like, look at the grace of God, right? They sent me some AirPods. At the same time, I lost my AirPods, so now I can get back in the gym with no excuses. So good luck, guys. Let me know if you have any questions below as far as regarding Hola Prime, prop firms, strategies, whatever. And y'all, God bless, and let's see some profits in the market.